Sell these, of course, these mats right here, these dash protectors. You guys can actually meet with him, purchase them directly through him. They're very good. That's what I'm using this year, of course, for the competition. These are very good, but if you were working on, for example, a Volkswagen or something that's a German related, you would need an additional sleeve like this one, because we do use WRD tools. You want to make sure, of course, that you're protecting your VIN number. How many of us have had issues with the VIN number on a lot of those cars? Of course we have. You see, we're not alone. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to do glass, guys. It just means that, of course, manufacturers kind of make it a little bit more complex for us, right? We are going to be, of course, using our WRD Spider 4. If you can get out, please. We're going to be using the Spider 4. How many of you guys are WRD users here? If you guys need more information, of course, the booth is all the way in the back. They're the ones with the big orange logo. I did create some kind of modification for mine. Of course, I made mine into power, and because I got a little tired of having to use the pump all the time, right? The big and most important thing, though, when you are doing a cutout using a wire tool is cleaning the inside of the windshield. Eli is going to go ahead and do that preparation for us now. The reason I say that is because a lot of us tend to start having the issues where the glass starts to slip, and in reality, some of our customers are actually smokers, or they like to use a vape or whatever. Well, all that type of stuff sticks onto the pores of the windshield. You want to make sure you get that all cleaned up all the time. Sounds good? Alrighty, good. Cool, so we're gonna go ahead and get everything set up. And I'm gonna go ahead and tape it up really quick, okay? Is this something common that you're going to be doing every job? I don't think so. You know, you're not. But if you really want to leave an impact on your customers, you do this on every job possible. Okay, I understand we have sometimes 5, 6, 7 jobs to take care of, but mostly you want to, of course, create presentation. We live in an area in San Bernardino, California, and guys, I have a lot of guys that are doing still windshields for like $40 profit. There's some guys that are doing recalibrations for $50. How can someone like myself that provides high quality work compete with those guys? Well, I told myself that I need to, of course, be different than everyone. So when we're at our shop, we start, protecting the vehicles. I upload a lot of content. You guys can follow us on a lot of the social media, looking for us under Direct Quality Auto Glass. We take a lot of pride in what we're doing. And when customers see this, they're like, dude, I don't want to go anywhere else. I have customers driving all the way from San Diego, which is usually about an hour and a half away. And I'm like, dude, I don't even service that area, but we stay busy. There hasn't been a time this year where we have not had any work because of the quality work that we do, okay? So I recommend that you guys stay strong and pushing that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get started real quick. Here's another thing I want to share with you guys before we actually start with the cutout tool. So, how many of you guys are, when I talk about cutout tools, how many of you guys are spider users here? Spiders, okay. Don't be shy, guys, don't be shy. How many of you guys are bat users? Okay, so we're a mixture of two different guys, right? Some of us like using the spider, some of us like using, of course, the spider and the bat. But what are you guys usually doing when you're dealing with those overhang windshields? One of the things I always say is make sure if you have an overhanging windshield, like a lot of these Toyotas, a lot of the Kias, use your ambush or an extractor to cut out the bottom. Have you guys already seen pictures online where other companies are, they're cutting off the whole pinch hole at the bottom? They're separating the metal. The last thing you guys need to do is spend several $1,000s to repair that where you could have avoided it, correct? Yeah? No? Maybe so? Alrighty, cool. So in a situation like this can I have you open the hood, please? I want you guys to take a look at something with me. On this Malibu, as you guys can see, the bottom of the pinch weld starts to fold upwards, very similar to a lot of course, the Ford Fusions, right? If you use this on a Ford Fusion or a vehicle like this where the pinch weld's hanging inwards, you have a high chance of destroying the bottom of that pinch weld using the ambush blade, okay? So if you decide to use the ambush blade, one of the things that I strongly recommend is that you get really close to the corner right here at this portion. Get very, very, very close, starting here on the sides without scratching the body or doing anything like that. And of course, follow through all the way around, okay? Do not start in the middle, always start here in the corner when using, of course, an ambush blade, okay? But what we're going to do here is we're gonna be using our spider to do a full cutout method on this one. Sounds good? And lastly, if you guys are using, of course, like the ambush, make sure you guys wear earplugs. The reason I say that is because as you get older, like myself, my ears start ringing from time to time, and make sure you guys are using earplugs, okay? So what I like to do here, when I'm using, of course, my spider cutout tool, I always leave a long string behind it. As you guys can see, it's already fully, vacuumed into the windshield. Why? Because it's really clean. And I'm gonna go ahead and start in this area, okay? Never leave tools on the seats, guys. The last thing you guys need is, of course, pay for someone else's damages, okay? It's very important too, whenever you're using your line, make sure you're going all the way under the windshield. Once you get under there, pull and tug on it really well, because we might feel very confident that we got the line all the way through, but it's happened to a lot of us where the line actually gets stuck in between of course, the windshield. And a lot of us were like, man, I just screwed up the whole thing. You have to rewrap it, and you just waste a lot of time like that, okay? In the exact same way, are you guys all having a lot of problems with the slippage on the anchors? Anyone? Okay, make sure you guys fully clean this area. One of the things I always say too is if it's still really slippery, use one of the melamine sponges, spray it, scuff it really good, and then of course dry it, and then you could also of course use your anchor and it'll stick really good. So. Alrighty, so since this windshield has already been replaced at one point of its life, I don't have to do what I'm going to show you guys, but if you guys aren't already using a clip remover tool, I have one that's really well rounded off. It's really smooth so it doesn't rip my line. I always look for where my clip is at. I'll put it right under the clip, and as the line is cutting, it will actually go under the clip. I do this because I dislike fighting my lines against the clips all the time. So as long as you guys are using a clip remover tool or a plastic pry tool, then you guys are gonna be fine, okay? Cool. Alrighty, so one of the things I'm going to do is whenever you guys are cutting from areas this long, don't just allow it to just continue cutting like this. Make sure you guys put pressure upon the line so that way you're getting a very clean cut like this too, okay? The other thing too, guys, whenever you guys are doing cuts, I always teach my guys this. So whenever you have a line coming this way, you want to get the full 90-degree cut on this, okay? Whenever you are done with this 90-degree cut, then you can actually start moving from places to places so that way you avoid the line snapping when it's too close under pressure. If it's too tight, you're gonna definitely have it snap, but of course, the further away you have it apart like this, then of course you'll get definitely a cleaner cut and you'll be able to save more windshields along the line, okay? So just like I showed you guys, so we already cut, of course, that 90-degree here. We did the sole here at the bottom. On a lot of these vehicles, if you're able to, go ahead and remove the whole pillars, but some of them have the safety clips here for the airbags, and you're able to, of course, pull them out. This one does have a safety clip here, and because of that, I ended up, of course, using my protector. I didn't want to take it off and risk having to return this vehicle, of course, to wherever we rented it from by not having to apply the proper clip, okay? But if it was a customer's vehicle, those are type of things that you could also upsell, like clips and such as that, okay? So just like I had mentioned earlier, guys, so once you get through that 90-degree, you'll be able to have a whole lot better cut, okay? Once again, I save a lot of windshields. We do a lot of R&Is, and when it comes to aftermarket glass, we always just request replacements, brand new replacements, because a lot of them have heavy contamination. But if this was an OEM glass and you guys had to perform an R&I, then of course, the longer you have your line, the higher chance that you have of saving a windshield, okay? So here we go. So we already, of course, completed our final cut. One of the things I like to do is I'll loosen it up and I just kind of let it hang. And I just reel it in, of course, using my drill. And we're finished. I'll leave my tool here. Since I have my, of course, sash protector, I have nothing to be concerned about. Of course, I'm not going to leave any damages. If you guys were doing a Jeep, if you were doing a Jeep on a cutout like this, one of the things that I would recommend, slide it up. I would recommend, of course, always put tape on it. So that way, of course, when you're done with your cutout, the glass doesn't slide off, okay? Cool. Do you guys mind coming in closer? I want to show you guys something. This is what I wanted you guys to see. Did you guys see here what I was talking about? If you guys were to use your ambush tool, you have a chance of either going under or having to go over it. You see what I mean? These pinch welds right here are so thin, they're extremely thin. The last thing you need is to tear this up. And from all the work that I see at the body shops, this is going to be several $1,000s to repair. If you have a windshield that's overhanging all the way over here, please, I recommend you guys use an ambush. Use an ambush or any extractor tool that is sold. That way you avoid anything like that, because I'm telling you guys, I see a lot of people get fired, or I see a lot of people call me, they're really stressed out because they're like, dude, I think I'm gonna lose my job. I think I'm gonna get sued. I think I'm gonna go through all this stuff. And the last thing we need is to go through such a problem. At the end of the day, guys, we are all here to feed our families, regardless, right? Our families come first. We have to make sure that they're taken care of. So of course, when you're using your ambush on vehicles such like this, run your blade through here, and that way you're running all this. It'll be completely smooth all the way, all the way. If you were going to move on to the other side, go to the other side. Don't start off in the middle where you were. Go all the way around, start on that side, and then that way you can complete your removal. Sounds good? We're on the same page? But as you guys can see, since we used, of course, our wire tool, everything came out really well. We're gonna go ahead and leave the rest of it like this because we have another demonstration on a proper cutout, bead height, and of course, and then